friends, Charles from the Gentleman's Journey here. Guys, in this video I build a tarp shelter along the rock face of these bluffs up here in Arkansas. We go down the Pedestal Rocks Trail where we see these amazing vistas that go on forever, and we explore the caves that are underneath it. Then we go over and check out some waterfalls that are absolutely beautiful. Come along for the video. Well friends, welcome back to another adventure. I'm over here in the Ozark National Forest in Arkansas. I scoped out a really awesome camp tonight, guys, unlike anything I've done yet. So this is gonna be a really fun adventure. This is one of the creeks that flows into the big one that I parked by, which is the Falling Waters Creek. We're staying a couple miles back at the Falling Water Horse Camp, surrounded by nothing but horse trailers and folks ready to do these trails via horseback. I can start to see the camp up there, friends. See that huge cliff face? That's where we're headed. I'm gonna build a shelter up against that wall. Currently trying to catch my breath. Look at that hike, guys. Check out this location. I'm thinking right here. See where these leaves are? You got a little bit of overhead. Look behind me. How cool is this area? It just goes up forever. Before I settle real quickly on this spot, I'm gonna go forward and just check out. I thought I saw a little bit more of a rock overhang. I'm not sure. Let me go check that out. But I think that might be the spot. Walter's leading the way. Careful, buddy. All right, friends, there's nothing that way, so let me head over here. We're gonna look for a couple poles and see if we can't get my tarp up a little bit to create some bit of a shelter. Walter runs really hot, so I have a feeling he's gonna be hanging out right there a lot. I can see it already, guys. A little shelf to put my phone and my water. I got my bed already started. I'm gonna grab some poles that I can angle against here, kind of drape my tarp over it. Just like I thought, he's back over there cooling off. I gotta go find another log. Well, I'm super happy with how this one turned out. Let me show you guys. So it's just two poles holding it up and everything else is guyed out. I have a ground floor. There's a bunch of spiders under there. And then I even brought my bug net, guys. Come around this side. It's harder to access because this stuff's really slippery, but I'm using rocks everywhere I can for the guy lines in lieu of stakes. All this hiking and tent building has got me hungry, so I have a fun dinner tonight, guys. It's a bit of an Indian cuisine. I went ahead and pre-chopped the steak for tonight. About the fattest asparagus I've ever seen. Got a jalapeno. And a red bell pepper. I forgot the butter, but that's okay because the steak has a bunch of fat in it that'll help me cook these veggies. So I have this Indian coconut squash. Man, I really love Indian food. I usually cook it with chicken, but tonight we're having steak, and then I'm gonna have some jasmine rice with it. This being a Indian meal and all, I was down the Asian Indian aisle, Mexican aisle, and I found this little melon flavored drink. As far as I know, there's a glass marble in the top and you have to push it down. Whoa, that was cool, man. So I don't know if it's gonna be the tastiest drink I've tried yet, but come on, that was the funnest. You can kind of see the little glass ball floating around in there. That is too cool. Oh yeah, that's delicious. All right, that looks like it's time to eat, guys. It's already getting dark on me. The bugs are coming out, so I'm fixing to chow down on this. I'm gonna make Walter the rest of this rice that I'm not gonna have. He hasn't been feeling too good. I almost didn't take him on this trip. He doesn't feel like eating, so I'm gonna put some of this rice in with his dog food and see how he likes it. Well, we find ourselves in the bug net again. Now, guys, I got some gear over here. Sleeping bags, sleeping mat, everything's set up to go to bed. I'll show you Walter. Walter's just kind of relaxing over here. Friends, the only thing I'm praying about tonight is that none of this rock face falls down on me. You can see little shards, even some big pieces. I'm hoping, if anything, the tarp would deflect it off. But guys, we're praying for that. I can't pray with my wife tonight. I don't have cell service. I'll catch up with you guys in the morning. Well, bad news for me, friends. I was just going off to bed and felt something on my leg, and I had to pull 4 ticks off my body so far. So I brought this, not for the dog, but for me. This is a little turbo twister tick remover, and the dog has the medicine that honestly works really good. It keeps all the ticks off him, but these little bitty ones, there's one on my knife blade still, and I know you're not going to be able to see it, but I had to just scrape off with my knives. That's just terrible. So at any rate, I want to get to bed and get home so my wife can check that out. We'll see you in the morning, friends. Well, I was just trying to fall back asleep from that crazy bird going on for 45 minutes. I got woke up by another tick biting me. Oh, there's nothing worse than ticks. What do you think, Walter? Well, that was definitely a wild night, guys. Every time I itched or scratched, I thought it was a tick, and sometimes it was. But I'll tell you what, it's over now, and this is a really neat place to wake up. Jeez. Look at that nasty spider. Just going to take the shelter down when I saw him. That was another fun shelter. This is the Batwing tarp by 3 Ridges Gear. I'll have a link to it in the description. I'm going to go ahead and start tearing it down, and Walter and I are going to head back to camp, get some breakfast before we go hit the trails today. You can sure tell where I was sleeping last night. Right through there. Ready to go, Walter? All right, we're off. See if I can not trip and fall down this steep cliff. Made it back to the trail, friends. Now that's a good place to be. That was super shaky, all that slate-like rock falling down. I got a little breakfast. This peanut bar was my dessert for last night, and I didn't finish it, so I'm gonna munch on that. I got about a mile walk back to the truck, and then a few miles drive back to the horse camp. Come on, buddy. Man, I wish I had half the energy that Walter has this morning. Go, go, go. Made it back to the road. Now just a half a mile to the truck. Look at that beautiful water over there. Yay! Good boy. Nobody told me I was still wearing my headlamp. every half a mile or mile there's a camp spot just like that. So if you don't feel like backpacking in and sleeping next to a rock face, you can just do some car camping out here. All right guys, here's the horse camp. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Come on. Let's go see Mom. Come on, buddy. Got back to the camper, friends, and we got like 12 to 15 ticks off of me. Well, I got some more ticks off my body, got lunch, and now I got Jolene, and we're off to go hiking. So we're gonna be doing the Pedestal Rocks and the King's Bluff. If we get them both done, it'll be about 4 miles. I think these are the caves that the lady at the horse camp told us about. If you drop off the trail like we did, you can come down under a natural arch. This is awesome.
Think anyone's climbed it?
Think you can jump over?
Yeah. Yes, I can.
Laura Croft could. Wow. You know, something about Arkansas and Oklahoma is so full and so fluffy of trees that when you get to a space like this where you can just see forever, it really takes your breath away. It's kind of refreshing, to be honest. Look at those cliffs down there. You can't even see how far down it goes. They got this area fenced off because there's a, I don't know, 100-foot crack through there. Check it out. Look at that. It looks like it has leaves. You'd step on those leaves and go down 100 feet. All that shelter building was for nothing. I could have just crashed out here last night. There's one of the cracks we stepped over. Not the really big one that I showed you guys with the gate around it, but pretty cool to see it from the bottom.
Look, people climb up there. Boost me up.
This would be a good little spot to sleep right through here.
You should have camped right here.
We're in one of these giant caves underneath here, guys. I don't know how much is coming through. It's wet though. Wet and cool. After hiking up top for so long and getting hot, this nice cool cave feels so good. Look how big it is in here. You could park a bus in here. Look at all these horse prints. When I was up top, I saw horse hoof prints all the way out to the edge. I just can't imagine folks riding their horse that close to the cliff, but hey, better them than me. All right, friends, we found it. I can see the fence at the top. Right up there. Let me spin around. There it is, the fence. This is that section that you'd fall in if you weren't paying attention. I can see why they put the sign, watch out for your children. Well, friends, we're about 3.11 miles. This loop was supposed to be 2.2, and we're back to that area. Guys, we're not actually gonna do the King's Bluff Trail today because we drank ourselves out of water and we are getting tired. So headed back to the car. Mind you, it probably is closer to 2 miles, but we went off the trail a lot. So that's something to think about if you're coming back here. Maybe have 2 people carry water. I'm gonna blame most of it on Walter because we have to keep him hydrated as well. Typically on these kind of walks, we see springs or something, but there wasn't any water to be had back there. That's okay, because tomorrow in the same video, we're checking out some waterfalls. So hang back for that. Today we're just finding a few of these trails and different water spots a little bit north of the horse camp. So the first one here is Tarp Falls. We're gonna see if we can go find it.
That's good.
More poison ivy up here. About halfway and we got caught in the rain. Wow, this is so pretty. What the heck? Wow. Wow. What do you think of this one?
That's so cool. I bet people jump in it.
Yeah. Careful. Wow, look at that. There's a rope swing right here, and then some of these trees have ladders in them. I can honestly say that was one of the best watering holes we've ever been to.
So beautiful.
Well friends, I sure hope that you enjoyed that shelter, those hikes overseeing the vistas and the caves, and then these waterfalls today, guys. At least it ought to give you enough reason to come over here to North Arkansas. This is the kind of stuff we're doing over here at the Gentleman's Journey. Sure hope that you'll consider subscribing and sticking around for more. So friends, from adventure to the next adventure, be blessed. Friends, if you like this video and you want to watch more, head over now to the Gentleman's Journey YouTube channel, where you'll find a bunch of adventures just like this. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell. That way you'll get notified every time we put out another video. We'll catch you in the next one.